So I think the first time I met 50 was at a release party. Was it in New York? I think it was in New York. I met him. I think we talked in the back room, right? Every song he was doing was so crazy there was nothing to get rid of. There was nothing that we could even say, oh, that would be cool for a mixtape. I don't know if we really set out to create anything. It was more, let's just make the best music that we can.
New footage just dropped from 50 Cent's explosive documentary, and this time it's not light at all. This isn't basic hip-hop chatter, it's dark, heavy, and honestly disturbing. What's being alleged here has people sitting back like, nah, this can't be real. According to the documentary, Diddy didn't just have industry tension with Eminem, it allegedly went way past music. We're talking next-level hostility. And what makes this even wilder is that these claims aren't coming from random internet voices, they're being backed by Kirk Burroughs, the former Bad Boy Records co-founder himself.
The one Grammy I have is for Crack a Bottle. I couldn't even have that without him. You know, and that's why I have so much value for him, not just in my career, just in my life, because he's a guy that, one of my best friends, because I can trust that he's going to be honest with his constructive criticism when it's time to listen to the music before it goes out.
That alone makes people stop and really listen. Fans already knew there was friction in the late 90s, but this flips the whole story upside down. This isn't rap beef or ego clashes, this is fear, paranoia, and power being flexed behind closed doors. The film suggests Eminem was asking questions he wasn't supposed to ask, digging into things that were never meant to see daylight, and allegedly that made him a problem. So what exactly did Eminem stumble across that made Diddy this uncomfortable? That's where things spiral fast. This is where it gets messy, real messy. And now, 50 Cent's old words hit different. When he rapped, "Many men, many, many, many men wish death upon me," it doesn't feel like just music anymore. It feels like a warning, especially since more unreleased footage is rumored to be even crazier than what made the final cut.
I'm surprised that you also left Shady.
Yeah.
Due to your loyalty to Eminem. Why?
See, well, I never dissolved the relationship between me and them. It'd be pretty tough for us to have an argument because I hold them in the kind of regards I hold my grandparents in.
I noticed that.
You know, he provided opportunities for me to take care of myself when I couldn't at that point. Like, I actually couldn't make it happen without the assistance that I got from him.
He seems like the only person you are loyal to.
Yeah, that's it.
There's heavy talk that Netflix allegedly pulled punches. People believe certain claims were toned down, softened, or left out completely. But nobody expected allegations this extreme to even surface. For years, it was clear there was no love between Diddy and Eminem, but according to Kirk Burroughs, the hatred allegedly ran so deep that Diddy offered $500,000 to have Eminem taken care of. Those aren't casual words, and that's not pocket change. And before anyone laughs this off, remember, the documentary also touches on allegations involving Tupac, Biggie, and Kid Cudi. These stories have circled Diddy's name for decades, but Eminem? That chapter was never out in the open until now. When you really think about it, the motive starts making sense. Eminem has always been one of the few in the industry bold enough to call Diddy out directly. No fear, no filter. Him and 50 Cent never back down, and in this game, that can make you dangerous. Take Eminem's song Fuel, for example. Eminem raps, "I'm like R-A-P-E-R, got so many essays." Wait a second, did he just spell rapper without the P? Fans caught that instantly. People believe it was a slick reference to accusations that have surfaced in multiple lawsuits. And Eminem didn't stop there. Right after that, he raps, "R.I.P. Biggie and Pac, both of y'all should be living. I ain't trying to beef with him because he just might have put a hit on me like Keith D and them."
Yeah, well, everything couldn't make it was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things. Like, even in an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
To add to it, but we had to cut it down so it could.
For time.
Yeah.
So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a number 2. Season 2?
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it. I love it.
That wasn't subtle. That was a direct line. And once you hear it with this new documentary context, it hits completely different. Whether it was metaphor or something deeper, one thing's clear. Eminem wasn't just rapping, he was sending warnings. And now these allegations make those lyrics feel a lot more serious than anyone ever thought. The shade here was undeniable. They don't call him Slim Shady for nothing. Eminem has always been surgical with his words, and none of this feels accidental. Now, people already know about Keef D and how his name has been linked to the Tupac situation, so we're not reopening that whole chapter here. That's covered in other videos. But here's where things start getting interesting. At the time Eminem was dropping those bars, none of the lawsuits against Diddy were even touching on Biggie or Tupac directly. That's what makes it wild. Which means Eminem wasn't reacting to headlines. He was hinting at things way before they ever became public conversation. So let's be honest, Eminem had information, and knowing how Eminem moves, it was only a matter of time before that information showed up in a record.
Months ago, one of Puff's close associates showed me bank statements of 500 grand that he paid a hitman for a hit on, what's his name, this white boy rapper, Eminem. Eminem had been saying some unflattering things about Puff, and Puff's ego couldn't handle.
He's never been the type to sit quiet when he knows something. That's why it actually makes sense that Diddy would want to handle the situation early, before it turned into a full-blown lyrical problem. But it doesn't stop there, because as it turns out, Eminem also seemed to have insight into Diddy's questionable industry behavior, and it showed up loud and clear in his legendary diss track, Kill Shot. Eminem went straight at Machine Gun Kelly, calling him out for chasing Diddy's approval. He rapped, "You got the Diddy case, so you spent your whole day shooting a video just to dig your own grave." Then he followed it up with, "But Kel, the day you put out a hit's the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac."
A few months ago, one of Puff's close associates showed me bank statements of 500 grand that he paid a hitman for a hit on, what's his name, this white boy rapper, Eminem. Eminem had been saying some unflattering things about Puff, and Puff's ego couldn't handle it.
Those weren't throwaway lines. That sounded like someone speaking from confidence, not guesswork. And that's why people now believe Eminem may have always known more than he let on. It feels like he's been warning people through music for years, hiding truths in plain sight. Take Any Man, for example. Eminem threw direct shade at Diddy and Bad Boy Records over how artists were treated back in the day. He rapped, "Original bad boy on the case, cover your face," and later said, "You see me standing outside of your building screaming Puffy is good, but Slim Shady is for the children."
So he seen Diddy. I know he wasn't going to sign to Diddy, but he took the meeting. And I never forgot P. Diddy said, "Yo, rappers got the 3 B's, bank accounts, Bentleys, and..."
Again, sharp, deliberate, and pointed. What's wild is that both of these tracks came out way back in the late 90s and early 2000s, long before today's accusations became common discussion. That timing matters. Following up Eminem was 50 Cent, who didn't hesitate to call Diddy out directly. No fear, no filter. Him and 50 Cent never backed down, and in this game, that can make you dangerous. So if Eminem already had Diddy's business back then, it really makes you wonder what else he knows that never made it into a song. And let's not ignore the obvious. Eminem and 50 Cent have always been locked in. That kind of loyalty is rare in the industry. 50 once even said, "I noticed he seems like the only person you're loyal to." That bond runs deep. And here's the final twist. The only reason Eminem signed 50 Cent in the first place was because Diddy refused to sign him. That decision changed everything.
Hey, you a target. So I took that, like, so I'm in the meeting.
Oh, he said that to 50.
He's telling 50, like, "Yo, I can't sign you. You know, you got beef with Preem and all that. A lot of in the street, a lot of in the industry don't want to deal with the Preem beef. It's understandable if you don't want to do it." Eminem took the step, shout to him. You know what I mean? But a lot of niggas, yo, we don't want to deal with the Preem shit.
History might have gone a completely different way. So from how it looks, their bond wasn't just about music, it was built on a shared distrust of Diddy. That tension wasn't random, and it didn't come from nowhere. Some sources are now saying that the alleged attempt to silence Eminem is one of the main reasons this documentary feels so personal to 50 Cent. And it doesn't stop there. According to Kirk Burrows, Eminem wasn't even the only artist Diddy allegedly wanted dealt with over diss records. That detail alone flips the whole narrative upside down. This wasn't about one song or one moment. This was about control. When you really step back, it's clear Eminem has been quietly calling Diddy out for years. Bar by bar, line by line, he kept exposing things through music while most people weren't paying attention. Now the documentary is putting those pieces together. From Tupac and Biggie references, to shady industry dealings, to diss tracks loaded with meaning, Eminem saw the pattern early. And with 50 Cent standing right beside him, what started as rap tension slowly turned into something way deeper. This wasn't just beef anymore, it became about staying ahead of whatever came next. And honestly, if Eminem has really been sitting on this kind of information for decades, it makes you wonder what else he knows that never made it into a song. That alone should tell you this story isn't finished yet. The pressure is building, more pieces are coming out, and things are only getting messier from here. If you're following this breakdown, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what drops next. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is far from over.